Welcome back. Well, this is a man who has overcome it all. A Canadian rancher who was born without arms or legs. What he's gone on to achieve is simply incredible. Lindsay Douglas joins us live from the Pilata Chalet with Chris Cook.
Yes, Chris Cook, all the way from Alberta, Canada. Great to have you here at Beef.
Thanks for having me, Lindsay.
Let's tell your story from the beginning. Born a perfectly healthy baby, missing a couple of bits here and there. That's okay. What did your grandmother have to say about it?
Yeah, I was born missing arms and legs, which was a surprise. So my uncle phoned my grandma and grandpa to let them know that my mom and dad had a baby boy, healthy, but missing some limbs. And my grandma's reaction was perfect. Her reaction was that my dad never finished anything he started. And that was perfect. It wasn't, tragedy. It was just, all right, we'll make this work, and we're going to have some good laughs along the way.
Tell us about your family's, how they raised you, your childhood. How did you go through those early years of life?
My life growing up was just like any other kid growing up, around the farm or in agriculture. I wasn't treated any different. I wasn't, that disabled kid or that handicapped kid or the kid who's born missing arms and legs. I was just Chris, and it was kind of like they let me figure things out. They weren't overbearing. They didn't dote over me or cater to my every whim. They stood back and let me figure things out by trial and error. And the fact that they stood back and let me figure it out instead of doing too much, if they would have done that, done too much, it would have robbed me of the opportunity of developing things like resilience, perseverance, clever outside the box ways of doing things. And I think that goes for any kid. And that's also that's an ag, farming and ranching mentality. It's like, get off your ass and get it done type thing.
Tell us about the ranch, just south of Calgary.
Yeah, I grew up in a little small farming and ranching community called Nanton, about an hour south of Calgary. And my grandpa had cow-calf and cropping. So my brother and I, helped out with that. So my uncle and cousins look after that. So another cousin of mine and my brother is working with our cousin Brian is his name. They're doing cow-calf. I help out close family friends on their cropping operation. When I'm home, I'm on the road doing stuff like this more often than not. So I'm kind of a plug and play. So jump on the tractor, the sprayer, the combine, or whatever. Or help out my brother fencing or wherever needs to be done. And I've also helped out on Good Friends feedlot, and so I've done a lot of ag, and both on the farming and the ranching cattle end of things.
We're here with the team from Pilatus in the Pilatus Chalet on Centre Ring. It's a little fancy. Have you actually been in a couple of the nice Pilatus models they have?
Yeah, it's been pretty spoiled flying in their planes. The PC-12 right behind us, and then the 24 I think we're supposed to take from here down to Adelaide. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to go back to just regular commercial airline, mostly because there's so much legroom in these private planes. It's
so important.
Can't go back now.
So you're off to Adelaide. Are you going to see some other parts of Australia?
Yeah, I'll be in Adelaide till around the 15th, and then I've got really close friends in Albury-Wodonga. So I'll go see them for a few days, and then my cousin married an Aussie and is in Dubbo, so I'll go see them. So I've got Aussies that have infiltrated my family.
Dub Vegas, great spot.
Yeah, people are like, why in the hell are you going to Dubbo? Like, nobody goes to Dubbo. You must really like zoos. I'm like, no, I've been to the zoo once, but no, I just got family there. So.
Head an hour away to Mudgee. It's super bougie. It's where I'm from.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I've been through there, honestly. But anyways. Yeah.
So, and then you're going to come back to Queensland for a little bit?
Yeah, I'll be back to Brisbane, and then on the 26th, I'm doing the marathon in Noosa. So. Yeah.
Wait up, doing the marathon.
Yeah, so that's my longboard, and essentially that's my legs, my mobility aid or whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so I'll push that thing for 26.2 or 42.2 kilometers.
You've got a really cool motto that you share with everyone when you speak at events, and you're sought after worldwide for telling your story.
Sought after, but anyways, that's nice. Yeah, if I can, and it's all a mindset. If a guy with arms and legs can do marathon, run tractors, combines, work at the feedlot, or even just live a happy independent life. If I can do those things, you, anybody, period, is capable of doing some pretty exceptional things, and it has nothing to do with arms and legs, has nothing to do with physical ability. It's that 6 inches of space between the ears up here. That's the difference maker. That's the kicker up there.
You speak at beef conferences all over the world, which is more and more people in the beef industry see you and bring you to another event. But you were saying it's the little kids that you speak to when you speak at schools, conferences and seminars that ask the daring questions that adults won't ask.
Yeah, kids ask all the questions that you or any adult wants to ask, but you're too shy or it's inappropriate or not supposed to. Kids just let it fly. You know, what's on their mind comes right out their mouth, and I love it because it's innocent and it's, you know, completely unfiltered and it's honest, and I love it.
As I was saying, you're from a beef ranch, the beef industry loves you, and yet somehow you chose to date a vegan.
I was kind of hoping you wouldn't go there. I thought maybe it would go long enough that we could leave that part
Also
out.
a beautiful actress, let's be fair.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie, that drew me in. And then when she said she was vegan, I was like, oh, this could be tough, but I took the plunge anyways, and we dated for 2 years, and I mean, joking aside, it was a challenge, but it also makes for some great jokes. Like, people are like, why, you weren't vegan as well, were you? I'm like, no, I still ate my burgers. I mean, we'd go out, or she'd cook supper or lunch or whatever, and I'd be like, hey, well, I'm gonna go for a quick board, get some exercise, and I'd whip into Wendy's and grab a burger or something like that. But people are like, you weren't very vegan too. I'm like, no, it's like when you go to San Francisco and you go tour around Alcatraz. You don't have any desire to go to jail. You just want to see what it's like. So I was just doing recon.
Oh, I like that.
And it's a challenge. It is a challenge.
Chris Cook, it's been a real joy to meet you. I'm very jealous that you're floating around Australia in a Pilatus. All the very best in your marathon, and enjoy Beef 2024.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lindsay. Appreciate it.
Andrea, back to you in the studio.
Oh, isn't he great, Chris Cook, doing a bit of recon? Someone else who's doing some recon is Amy Phillips. She is at the demo stage with the Smiling Surfer TV personality